I totally believe in faith. I am a staunch Catholic. I believe in all these things that you're mentioning. Change as well. What is your faith?
My faith? My faith is not anything you can determine. Okay? You can't say it. See, I was just pushing a rock. And based on my faith, God said, son, step aside. Let me shift the mountains for you. And my faith believed that that was going to be shifted. Now, this is the situation that just happened with the convention. You know, I was just pushing a rock. I was working so hard to bring leaders from Africa, from different parts of Africa, you know, 4 different countries in Africa with powerful voices to come to Ghana and to inspire the people of Africa, but from Ghana. And that was some hard rock to push. But some entity or some organization or someone with their personal interest decided to cancel it. And when they canceled it, they woke the world up. They woke Africans up. You know, so this is what faith can be. You know, when I believed that this was going to shift mountains, it shifted the mountains. I left the rock. And, you know, this is where I believe that as a nation, we should start to practice in our faith. We should start to see that the future, where we're going, is better for our children, more so than it becoming worse for our children. I believe that the future is better for the average Ghanaian. I can see that the future is going to be worthy, is going to be, you know, a great succession for the average Ghanaian and even African, if we are able to put together our resources, both human and minerals, and start to manufacture them and create jobs amongst ourselves and build economies in all our regions. And then let that economies be consolidated and become one powerful economy. Africa will stand as a giant. Out of the 5 or 6 continents in this world, we will now be responsible for the world's economical, should I call it economical empowerment, okay? We have never been in those areas. They don't talk about us when they talk about global economy. But when it comes to global resources and extracting it, Africa is number 1. Everybody is here. China, England, America, Europe, everybody is here. But when you're talking about who are the people who are rich and successful and building it, no, it's minus Africans. When you're talking about the people to give aid to, yes, okay, let's go and give it to Africans. Whether it's a spied chicken, whether it's some mask that has already some COVID in it, they just throw it all over this place. And I think that this is my vision. My vision is to change that narrative. I'm starting from Ghana, but I intend to go into Africa. So
that also means that you subscribe to the thinking of the Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah,
absolutely,
and Haile Selassie, who felt that the way to go was for a united Africa.
This is the spirits in me that I'm sitting in front of you. I don't know how they came in me, but I speak like them, I live like them, I believe in them. Their vision is what I want to continue. That is how I feel, you know, and I think everybody have the right to be themselves, because you have to be you. You know, everybody's unique. We're all human beings that eat, sleep, get sick, and live and die. But we are uniquely created. And every one of us have a different mission. Some of us want to be athletes. Some of us want to be rappers and footballers and presenters and this and that. This is what I want to be. I want to continue the vision of my ancestors. I want to bring it back.
Very recently, some interesting things have happened in the world, in the US, some interesting bits in Joe Biden's administration. In France, you know, Emmanuel Macron himself was in his 30s when he became president. He's appointed a prime minister who is 34, Monsieur Attal. You're also a very young man, so to speak. But to become president of the land, my question then is, since it is clear that you do, are you ready?
Well, you know, this is a question that you're asking me that I thought that maybe you should have been answering yourself. You know,
I think better from the horse's own mouth.
Yeah, but you see, looking at me and what I'm voicing out, you know, the question me being ready is probably not, doesn't need to be asked. You know, I go beyond being ready. I'm more than ready. I'm demonstrating all the courage that, you know, a nation needs. You know, I have businesses, and I've been told your businesses will be crashed. this will be done. They will do this, they will do that. And I'm still here. So you don't even need to ask me this question. I'm more than ready. I'm ready to sacrifice what I have to make someone else and the people out there, their life become better. So when I'm not here, I'll be remembered for that. Then some young man came, they lost everything, he gave everything up, and he stood for his nation, he stood for his country, he changed it and moved on and went to Africa and proved to the world that Africa is Canaan.
So you're ready to lose everything if it comes to that.
Well, you know, I came here with nothing. I'll be leaving with nothing. I don't know why I should protect all of these things that God has given me. They're materials. The human beings are more important. You know what, Ben? There's something that I like the most, and there are three things, okay? Those three things that I worship, I believe in, I adore. One is nature. Two is humanity. And three is the world. So I came to meet nature. All these trees and all these animals and gold and oil and everything was here before I came. I am going to leave it. It will still be here. I came to meet human beings. They brought me here. I will live and die and go, and they will still be here, and different types would still be coming. I came to meet this world, and when I came, this world was either better or worse. And I will still leave the world, and I'll go. But one thing that I'll be remembered by is the values that are added to these three things that I'm talking about. And that is my full interest, my total concentration. It's the value that I can live with nature. You know how I turn it around. Did I buy some tigers? Or what did I do with them? Did I breed them? Did I make Ghanaians become the first Ghanaians that breeded tigers and own tigers in West Africa, East Africa, and North Africa? Okay, apart from South Africa, where they say is the only place that tigers can be. Did I change something? Did I add value to some youth? Did I inspire them? Did I replace their fear with hope? What did I do that has made 1 million more or 100 million more people woken up and saying that this is the way to go? For me, this is more than cars, this is more than money, this is more than being a president, this is more than being a minister. You know, that's my vision, goes all the way there. Okay, that's one. And then when you look at humanity, adding this value to humanity, it's priceless, it's endless. And the world, why am I going to live here without them calling my name? The Freedom Jacob Caesar, Kwabena Bediako was here. Why am I going to go without them filling my absence? That if he was here, it would be better. Just like today, we mentioned Kwame Nkrumah, and we're like, okay, if Kwame Nkrumah, you know, he just did the motorway, and in 60 years we haven't expanded it. So that means if he was here, he would have continued it. You know, that's the kind of legacy I want to leave, and I want to inspire the youth out there that go for it. If you're going to dream, dream big, because you're going to dream anyway. If you want to have a vision, have a big one. Go for it. And even if you can't do the 100% vision that you're seeing and you do 20% or 30%, you'll still be remembered for. And so I like what I am becoming. And I can look at someone like Joe Biden, and he's younger than our president, but our president is more active than him, you know, because maybe he became a president at the age of 75 and he's way too old to be fulfilling his presidency. You know, he could have done it in his 40s, but he chose to do it in the 70s or 75. Now, I want to say this. I don't want to be a president in my 70s, in my 80s. Please, I want to be hugging my grandkids, and I want nations to be waving at me and just remembering what I've done for them in the past that has moved them forward. I don't want the times that God has given me to show my glorification when I have gray hair and everything, and somebody have to put me in suit and tie and write some speeches so I go and stand in front of UN and say I'm giving a speech when I'm supposed to be building a country and building a nation. Okay? The equation is simple. You can calculate it. We only have 7 decades on this earth. Okay? It's 70 years. You have to use it properly. You know, you can't wait till you're 35 and say, I want to become a football star or I want to become a musician. You would have lived halfway through your life.
So you're seizing the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Right.